Welcome friends! In today's video, I'll be sharing 2 easy card ideas for Mother's Day. So let's get started. To make our cards, we'll be using watercolor paper. This is the Canson watercolor notepad. It's a 9 by 12 inch paper. So first we want to trim it down to size. I'm trimming it in half, and each half will make a watercolor card. You want to fold it carefully in the middle and then score along the line. So now we have a watercolor card ready to paint on. So let's start first by adding a sentiment to the card. I'm going to write the words "Love you, Mom," but I'm using a pen that has oil-based ink. It's important that you use a pen or a marker that has oil-based ink because this will not spread with the watercoloring. You want ink that will not bleed when you add water on top. You can write "Happy Mother's Day" or write "Love you, Mom," any kind of words that you want, and you can use a lettering style of your choice. Here I'm doing a Fox calligraphy style, and I'll leave a blog post in the description box which explains Fox calligraphy in detail. Since we're going to be watercoloring today, it's a good idea to add masking tape and hold your watercolor paper flat. I'm using a nice 2-inch masking tape here. You can use any masking tape. I have a few that I really love, and I'll leave links to it in the description box. What this allows us to do is add a lot of water to the paper, and it'll hold the paper flat so the paper won't buckle as it dries. To do my watercoloring today, I'm using brush pens. So I'm using the Tombow Dual brush pens, and I have a number 6 round paintbrush. Now I'm just going to paint flowers. I love spring, and Mother's Day is a great opportunity to paint flowers. I'm using my brush pen to just do watercolor flowers. All you need to do is apply the marker paper onto the paper and then paint over it with water. I like to apply flowers far apart in random and then paint over it. I use a few different colors, and this is a technique that is really relaxing and forgiving. All you need to do is have fun and add color to the paper. Once you're done painting, just let it dry for a few minutes and then peel off the tape carefully, and your watercolor card is ready. For the second card, I'm going to trim down the masking tape to a little 1/2-inch strip, and then I'm going to cover my sentiment that I lettered before, and this way we'll have a nice white space around the sentiment when we paint the flowers around it. This is an optional idea, but I love the way this one turns out. After I put the masking tape to mask the sentiment, I'll add more masking tape around the 4 edges to make sure the watercolor card is held flat. Again, for this card, I'm using watercolor brush pens. These are the Tombow Dual brush pens, and I'm going to paint watercolor florals. These are easy florals, and I have many videos on my YouTube channel already describing this method, so I'll leave a few videos in the description box. You can also stop by my blog smilingcolors.com for more such examples and step-by-step tutorials. Once it's dried, all you need to do is peel off the masking tape, and you have 2 cards ready. I hope you like these ideas, and I can't wait to see what you guys will create. Let me know in the comments below how you're celebrating Mother's Day. Happy crafting, friends!